Tommy Morrison and Ray Mercer are just another reason why 90s heavyweight boxing was unprecedented. The fact that these two struggled to hold a version of a world title speaks volumes. But when they clashed for the WBO title back in 1991, Mercer proved once again.
Mercer with two good right hands. And now Mercer to the corners. And Mercer's his time in his career. And that is it.
That's it.
It is it.
Over.
Ray Mercer has won it. He successfully defended his WBO heavyweight.
You will struggle to come across a more inspirational knockout than when Danny Williams battled through a dislocated shoulder in his fight with Mark Potter in 2000.
And Danny Williams has got a problem with his shoulder. I think it's come out of his socket. Yes, look how limp it is. He with the left hooks. And Jim McDonald's looking on. I don't know whether they're going to pull Williams out. He's coming. Knockout! That's unbelievable from Williams. Astonishing!
My personal favorite middleweight fight ever took place in 1993. For me, these two are the hardest punching middleweights ever, and when they met in the ring, it was always going to end. 15 KO of the year was picture perfect. Listen to the sound of this one.
There's the straight right hand, hurt him a little bit. Beautiful right hand. He's out. Down goes. He's out.
If you watched part 1, you'll remember my pick for Mike Tyson was his legendary night against Michael Spinks. It was a brilliant night in Iron Mike's career, but if we're talking just pure savagery, there's no doubt his punch over Mike.
Right to the head, and it's all over. Goodbye. I hope he's not hurt because that was a brutal, wide open punch.
And looking back on the crazy nights in the ring, but rarely do you see the punch come from one of the cornermen. Check out the disgusting act committed by Andre Durrell's uncle after his nephew got knocked out by an illegal punch after the bell.
Scotty got a good chair. That's why Scott thinks he's so mad.
After the punch landed, Durrell's uncle escaped the building and went on the run from authorities. He managed to evade capture for 2 weeks, wondering how a fight could possibly end any faster. Check out the 13-second blowout between Jimmy Thunder and Crawford Grimsley in 1997.
Place in his career. He was on a roll.
Why is the referee counting? You don't have to count on that. This fight is over. The referee counted him out.
James Thunder, known as
for number 17. I assume most of you guys watching at home have seen it already, but I don't think it would be right to make a knockout reel without putting Canelo's 2016 KO of the year over Amir Khan flat on the mat.
As well as taking away his energy and every And Kenny Bayless is stopping the fight. And Canelo Alvarez is the first one there.
Yes, you heard that right. Tyson Fury actually landed a flush uppercut on himself during his contest with Lee Swaby in 2009.
Grunting with effort as he unloads.
Oscar De La Hoya was undoubtedly his toughest challenge yet, outside of Felix Trinidad a few years prior. B-Hop was outboxing Oscar for the first 9 rounds, and everyone was...
It seemed like it was enough. It was more back on the back part of the rib cage and not so much in the volume earlier. It seemed like it shouldn't have, well, who knows.
Delayed reaction. De La Hoya.
Although many people at the time thought it was a dive, I'm fairly confident that the punch did more impact than what meets the eye. To all you guys at home that have been hit in the body, I'm sure you understand. This is the only punch from part 1 and 2 that's not directly from one fight. But I felt it would be an injustice to finish these videos without mentioning the unique punch held by Donovan Razor Ruddock, known as the Smash. Here's a preview of what the punch looks like. Kind of like an uppercut jab, but the power he generated on these things throughout his career was amazing.
He's fighting the wrong fight, not using his legs at all.
The greatest female knockout, hands down, came back in 2004 when the giant 6'6" Vonda Ward, be surprised who won.
15 knockouts, but how many people were scared of her and did not really fight her?
Oh, big hand! One punch! That is it! Forget about the count. It is over. Tim Bird. Unbelievable. Let's go.
When Vincent Petway landed a vicious counter left hook that sent Simon Brown to the canvas hard.
And it's that type of fight. Simon gets clipped with a left hook. It's Simon with a left hook.
Sticking to the theme of strange-looking faces on the canvas, it would be criminal to leave out Francisco de Jesus' look of desperation when he got...
Look at the eyes. He's out. They shouldn't even count. That's all. The eyes tell me.
If there was ever a look to sum up a boxer being completely finished, I think it was this one. I'm not sure if there has ever been such a brutal first-round knockout in the heavyweight division between two top contenders. No one expected him to annihilate Ruiz this way, and I mean no one.
And John Ruiz, 225. Listed as having a reach advantage here. We'll see how he uses it. Tua with a big left hook, and Ruiz in trouble. Tua comes right at him. Another big bomb, and Ruiz is down. This could almost be over now. Tua came storming out. It's over. Tony Perez stops
When
it.
Mayweather retired after beating Ricky Hatton in 2007, most boxing fans knew it would only be a matter of time before we saw the pound-for-pound star back in the ring. But 2 years went by until he eventually actively fighting two weight divisions below. But weights aside, this in my opinion was the most glorious performance of Mayweather's career. No one has ever beaten Marquez with such ease. He slipped and counter.
He was doing a bit of showboat. He was dropping his hands, so I showed him one left, I showed him another left, and then when he couldn't get back any further,
feet. His cornerman cut his gloves open on purpose to delay the fight from progressing while Ali was still clearly dazed from the blow. Subsequently, Ali went on to defeat Cooper the very next round. But you can never count out a man that possesses the power Maidana does. And in round 2, he landed with a sweet left hook and put Broner down for the first time in his career.
Rounds, and there's the right hand lead by Maidana that sticks. Another right hand. Broner goes down for the first time in his career.
He's hurt back.
And he's hurt.
From a dream send-off.
Two possible opponents.
Big right hand.
He's out. Oh, outrage. Oh, God.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Joe
crazy.
Smith.
That's crazy.
Dan Rayfield suggested as an opponent.
Huge win for Joe Smith, and it's still an extraordinary thing to see Bernard Hopkins push.
For those of you that watched part 1, you might remember the casual walk Foreman did just before he obliterated Jerry Cooney. And if you thought that was casual, check out Jersey Joe Walcott's before landing a devastating uppercut on him.
John Charles is down. The champion is down flat on his face.
This was actually an amazing upset victory for Walcott. He had previously failed on 4 attempts for the heavyweight title and entered waiting to be flattened out and rolled over. But his greatest night in the ring would come 20 years later when he matched up against Michael Moorer for the IBF heavyweight title. Moorer dominated Foreman for 10 rounds until out of nowhere, Big George landed a quick 2-punch combination and became the oldest heavyweight champion of all time.
Good jabs. Michael Moorer needs to go back to working. That's it! It's a short right hand! There is no way he's getting up from that! That is the face once again! Down on his knees to pray!
From 1989 to 2003, Roy Jones Jr. had 50 fights with 49 victories, and the only loss on his record was caused by him making a stupid mistake in the first fight with Montel Griffin in 1997.
We are being told that Roy Jones is going to be disqualified.
Just a few months later, the rematch was on, and Jones didn't waste his time, proving he was undoubtedly the best fighter in the world pound for pound.
Round for Roy Jones so far.
And Roy Jones is playing the fainting game, and Griffith is benefiting by it. Whoa, what a left hook. What a left hook.
He's got...
One of the most epic clashes of style came back in 1990 when the 68-0 Julio Cesar Chavez took on the 24-0 speed demon Mildred Taylor. The bout ended up winning the award for the 1990 Fight of the Year, and rightly so.
This is a masterful fight with Mildred Taylor.
After a grueling 12-round war, Taylor had a clear lead on 2 of the 3 judges' scorecards and just had to make it to the final bell to score a huge upset. But Chavez, being the ultimate champion he was, did his utmost best to turn the fight around.
If he gets up, he probably wins the fight. I can't believe it!
Unbelievable! Richard Steele stopped the fight with fewer than 5 seconds to go!
I have always been convinced the fight was stopped unfairly. Only 2 seconds stood between Taylor's glory of beating one of boxing's greatest ever champions in his prime. But if the ref sees you unfit to continue, I guess he's got to do his job and call an end to the fight. At number 1, we have the infamous matchup between Muhammad Ali and George Foreman.
When Muhammad Ali put George down, he has proven that he is indeed the greatest.
The great man
Ali beats Foreman. Humiliates.
Thanks for watching. This will be the last part of this mini-series, so if you enjoyed it, please remember to hit the like button. And for everyone watching this that's not subscribed already, feel free to join in with the rest of the YouTube boxing world. We make lots of cool videos every week covering the greatest sport in the world. Until next time, fight fans, this is Boxing Legends.